I'm here because I am a roaring lion crying out righteousness. Let's say, for instance, that you wanted to generate a lot of sympathy to the Democrats so they can keep the House. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to show that the Trump supporters are violent, they're criminal, they're racist, and they're up to kill everybody. They want to, they want to kill off. So you want to demonstrate that, right? And it's close to the election, and you want to try to keep Nancy. You want Nancy Pelosi to hold on to that gavel. Don't know fancy. Hold that gavel and be the Speaker of the House. So how would you do it? How would you do it? Now you already got Republicans up the wazoo. Maybe even Lindsey Graham even voted Democrat. Maybe Ted Cruz voted Democrat. You never know. But you need something else. What else can you do? Because the race is tight. How can you keep that gavel in the hand of Nancy Pelosi? You got some political strategist, right, who is saying, well, the race is tight, and Nancy want to keep Nancy, with the gavel. So here's what we do. Let's stage. Now, I know that this is perhaps a bit theatrical. I understand that, and I'm giving you a potential, if you will, scenario. All right. So somebody says to Nancy, let's stage a break-in at your house. No alarm goes off. No police is around there watching. The man just breaks in with a hammer, right? Then he takes the hammer and he hits your husband in the head with the hammer. And your husband and that man are fighting over the hammer. But if you let us fake a break-in at your house, your husband, Paul, gets hit in the head with a hammer, right? You can keep the gavel. So it's the hammer and the gavel. And then how we're going to explain to the police, how we're going to get the police to write a report, how we're going to do this because everybody knows it's a fake. I mean, let me tell you something. If somebody just mildly hit me in the head with a hammer, I'd be through. And so would you. You don't get hit with a hammer and everybody's talking about he's going to make for a recovery. Paul, Pelosi, he was in the hospital now, but he's going to make for a recovery. And 2 or 3 days later, he was out. After being hit in the head with a hammer? Come on now. But it almost kept Nancy holding on to the gavel. She wanted to hold on to that gavel. And the story is we still don't know what happened. It's kind of faded after the election's over, and nobody wants to talk about it anymore so I guess what you hear me suggesting is maybe it was all a fake. I don't know that. I'm not spreading disinformation. These people that are on these social media platforms, if they don't like you, well, they don't like me. They don't even let you hypothesize. They don't even let you create stuff. If it ain't what they're saying, and then somehow or another it's this is not misinformation. I didn't say it's exactly what happened. I said there's a potential of what happened. So, but at any rate, here's what I think. I think that it was an election ploy. I think the election was so tight, and I think Nancy Pelosi wanted to hang on to that gavel so bad she allowed. I mean, how do you break into somebody's house? Let me tell you something. You try to break in this building. Listen, Sister Bennett and Sister Evangelist Carter, before you get to the first floor, they beat you so bad, you come in this building at night, Sister Carter and Sister Bennett will beat the living daylights out of you. You wish you weren't born when they finished with you. And yet they broke into these rich people's house. My gosh, she's a third in line to be president. For crying out loud. No ring alarm. No ADT or ADP, no nothing. The man just break the window on the glass door, open the door, go in there, get on the elevator, go upstairs to Paul's bed, tell Paul to wake up. I swear, listen, let me tell you something. I burglarized a whole lot of houses. Now, I regret that I did that. I'm not happy. I regret I did that. I ruined so many people's lives by breaking into the houses. I regret. I repented for it every night. I repented publicly, talking about my being in prison and how crazy I was. I regret that. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. You just can't break into people's houses like that and then walk upstairs to the bedroom. Here in New York, my fellow burglars, and they call that what they call that, midnight burglary. If somebody's in the house, that's here in New York, New Jersey, I think, in Florida, that's a death sentence. It's called midnight burglary. If you go in somebody's house at night, past midnight, and there's somebody in the house, that's midnight burglary. Boy, you going to the electric chair. We don't even, they say this guy looked crazy and everything. We don't hear it. So let me wrap all this up because I figure y'all got someplace to go. I know I got someplace to go. I don't believe that. I don't believe, I believe, what I believe it was about, it was about Nancy holding on to that gavel. And what I understand, she gave it up today. Probably going to give it that boy Hakeem Jeffries.